guys. So today's been another rough day, but better than, other days. So we have to take our blessings where we can get them, right? We have been being bothered all day. As you guys know, if you're not new here, I always talk about how we go out to my children's place, to their homes where they stay with their fathers in the beginning of the month when we receive funding, and I drop off any little special little toys or whatever I can, food, crafts, whatever little thing I can drop off. So we took that walk from downtown and dropped them off some food, and we found somewhere, so it's 20 miles in a matter of 3 days, pushing the cart, Xavier mostly, but you guys know that we condensed. So I had a cart that was weighing like literally 300 pounds. He had a cart that was weighing like literally 300 pounds. And we combined them. Got rid of a bunch of shit, whatever. So I am not used to, and I really don't think it matters how much time passes. I'm never going to get used to not living with my children and being with them every day. It is the worst, like literally my worst nightmare. But we come down and bring whatever we can. I bring, like I said, groceries and little crafting ideas. I brought them, to the baby, Alexis, she's 10. I brought her what I planned to bring Viviana, who's my 17-year-old, and her brother to help out with the little kids because they have a bunch of little nieces and nephews. And it was pumpkins with these super pretty like copper, gold, and silver sequins, and some bling gold, so that they could take these little baby pumpkins that are all different sizes and shapes and bling them out and put them in the center of the table for Thanksgiving for like a little craft idea. And then I brought them like $50 or $60 worth of groceries, nothing crazy. I really don't have it right now. But they're my babies, so even when the family members are like, they're okay, we're doing everything we can and they have enough and you don't have to worry, I'm still like, yeah, but I know you guys work your asses off to barely make it, so I am worried, and that's never going to go away. I'm a mom. Those are my babies. So we did that. In the suburbs especially, it is nearly impossible to find a spot to like set up a tent and go to sleep overnight. I have my little like spots where I've passed out narratives to officers in those areas. They know what's going on. They know that I'm respectful, clean, that I don't make a mess, that I'm not out here like making a big ruckus, and they usually leave us alone and let us sleep. But that's not the case everywhere. And it's a lot of miles that we have to walk so that we can get to an area where it's not like that. So it's just very stressful, you guys, and that's what's going on. Now, in the meantime, anytime I can stop and I have the mental capacity, I start calling all of these areas and agencies where I have open or pending cases against other people. So since 2019, I've been being victimized randomly. Some of you know me from the show Love After Lockup. Speaking of which, I just emailed Alan Madison today regarding all of these issues because maybe he can help. I don't know what's going on in New York, right? So we'll see what he says, but it's just scary because I don't know who's to blame. A lot of the cast members from Love After Lockup have died unexpectedly, mysteriously, and it's just fucked up. These people are voiceless, and we don't know what's going on. Now, with my specific set of circumstances, I've never been a victim of any sort of violent crime in my life prior to 2019. So, it's going to be the same thing, my love, until I receive justice. Someone said in the comments, it's the same thing every time. You're right. You know why? Because I'm not going to let it go, because I'm not going to rest on my morals, because I'm not going to just give up on being a mother, because I'm not going to allow myself to be killed out here in the street without putting up a fucking decent and fair fight. Okay? So if you don't like it, feel free to exit, and see you later. But for anyone who does care, we finally found a place to post up, and this is my 12th month sleeping in a tent consecutively. 8 months consecutive and 4 months from 4 months of last year or 3 months of last year when we were taking that road trip to the Pacific Ocean. Who was here for that? We took a road trip to the Pacific Ocean walking and never made it. We only made it to Cleveland or something, Iowa or Ohio or some shit like that, and then took the Greyhound home. Unbelievable. Anyways, back to the point. I'm 26 weeks pregnant. We get to a place where we can set up the tent. It's like a place where I know is like zoned to set up the tent. It has electricity. We can charge our phones. Like, woo, we are winning, right? I called the state's attorney's office on Friday of last week, and I asked them, because I've been trying to ask them, if you get stabbed, bludgeoned, beaten, robbed, all this shit, why is there no one, following up on these cases? And why is no one in contact with me? I've had the same number this entire time. As my entire audience knows, it rings incessantly with people who want to threaten me, right? Those calls go through no problem. Why would the state's attorney's office have a problem getting a hold of me? You know what I mean? So I get on the phone with the state's attorney, and they give me the name Juan Madera Romero or something like that is the culprit who bludgeoned me. Got arrested at the scene of the crime, just got sentenced in March of this year to 30 months in the penitentiary, 30 months. I cannot find him anywhere in the inmate search, anywhere. I was not informed of the court date, nor was I offered any victim services or assistance of any kind. And I had to spend 5 days in the hospital because of that. In addition, I'm pretty positive that all of these other attempts on my life are connected to that. And thirdly, it's quite possible, I know 100% for a fact, that Dylan has a cellmate named Juan. I didn't know this guy's name. So now I'm like, is this guy Dylan's former cellmate, and did Dylan put him up to this? Or did the show curate this, or what the fuck is going on? I just found this out Friday. So I called the state's attorney's office again today to try to get more info. This lady, she sounded so dumb. She just sounded the dumbest. Like, she did not work for the state's attorney's office at all. Like I tell everyone, those ghetto-ass people that work at the state's attorney's office downtown Chicago or the county clerk's office, and they treat you like shit and roll their eyes and chew their gum loud and blah, 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 blah. But at least you get your information, even if you have to wait 6 hours for it. This is not that. These are like people who are intentionally like, fuck you, we're not giving you your information. And I'm trying to remain calm. On top of that, there are construction workers coming up to our tent, telling Xavier, can you move 4 feet north and 3 feet west because our bulldozer radius, blah, blah, blah. You have not done construction on this site in 4 years, sir. We pass by this site regularly. No one is ever working here. What in the actual fuck? Give me a break. I'm on the phone. It's unbelievable. I wish I could make this shit up. This is my real life. And I keep telling the law enforcement, because, they came too. This is not my life. There are real bad guys out here. Real bad guys. I am not one of them. It is scary out here for me. Why are you doing this? I am 6 months pregnant. What is your fucking deal? And what? Ew, stop. Stop. Okay, anyways, that's the update. I went to the hospital yesterday with those orders from Dr. Jenkins. First of all, I never started the iron and the Tylenol or aspirin that she ordered me. It's contraindicated. If it's not contraindicated, it's definitely not indicated for any disease that I've got. I don't know what the fuck that was for. I take prenatal vitamins and that's it. What are you talking about? So I took her orders, her lab orders, to First Community and Northwestern, and both of them said, we cannot draw these labs. One of them is a vaginal swab, and the other one is a strep throat test. What the fuck is this shit? And I'm like, okay, thanks. I'll take them back to her. What the fuck? I called DHS and Molina, and they're all like, you're strapped in to your current health insurance policy and you're not allowed out, and that's a forever thing. Whoa, what the fuck is this? Okay, well then can you find doctors in this policy that can manage my pregnancy before I give birth? Because I'm due to give labor in 3 months, go into labor in 3 months. what the fuck is going to happen when I literally go into labor and all this fucking chaos is still going on. So, I wish I could tell you guys that I was just joking or this was for entertainment purposes only. But unfortunately, this is what the fuck is going on around me. I cannot say it's my life. I've never been involved in anything like this. I have no fucking clue what is going on. I swear to God, it is the scariest. I literally keep saying to them, do you guys know there are real bad guys out here? And you are leaving me out here with them? And sometimes I am afraid that they do stuff to me. And like police are just like, yeah, well, you should file a complaint with COPA. Like, what the fuck? I'm in a tent. Dude, what the fuck is happening? So anyways, that's that. And I'm going to call the kids soon and check on them, see how their day was, because that's literally what I live for now. Just knowing that they're okay and how was their day. Otherwise, I start having tremendous amounts of anxiety and being so worried when everything is probably okay, hopefully. So that's about it. Pleasure checking in with you. If anyone wants to sponsor a photo shoot, did you guys see my bio little reel that I posted? Did you like it? Just a couple of my favorite projects, but not all of them. Just like 6 or 7 of them. But I have hundreds of campaigns that I've curated myself, done my own hair for, done my own makeup for, styled myself for, and even used a timer to do a photo shoot with. So I want to continue doing that, even if it's not profitable yet. It's the only thing like keeping me from like wanting to die. Well, that and the kids, and like being able to bring them, little groceries and know that they're okay, and like, of course, Xavier for not letting me die on the street alone and be murdered and raped, and everyone else who's helped that I don't know how to name or know names for. Yeah. So if anyone wants to sponsor any food or photo shoots right now, I'm not dying. I have a couple of hundred for groceries, so I'm eating for anyone concerned. But for those of you who usually donate on a regular basis, I am okay right now. Thank you so much. If anyone has any surplus and they want to give me $100 for a photo shoot, that would be so amazing. I want to do the theme end of second trimester because we made it. For anyone who's been here as well, we lost twins, a twin pregnancy, 18 months gestation on December 26th of just the year that passed. So we made it past that time, and next week marks the beginning of the last week of the second trimester. And I would love to curate some sort of really cool, eccentric photo shoot, to remember this time. So Cash App only for that, please. $, which is called the cash tag for any one of you who don't know what that's called. The $sign on Cash App is called your cash tag. And then after the $sign, you write cash tag and then your name. That's your whole entire cash tag, the whole thing collectively. $sign and then whatever your name is. So that cash tag is Heather, my first name, like weather but with an H. Go Pro Solo. No spaces. And thank you so much. If anyone has any other suggestions, you can put them in the suggestion box. I'm just kidding. My DM's open if you're not a stalker or a creep. You guys have a great day.